Hello everyone, Ranjitha here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here with another card making tutorial. This is just not a tutorial, but I'm going to show you how we can use masking stencils along with other stamping techniques in your card making. I'm going to make a bunch of these cards, and this is one in the series, and these are not sponsored by any company. In this series I'm going to feature these card making masking stencils. As you can see, I've cut my card bases into A2 size, and I'm going to use these stencils. These are from Craftangles and they come in 3 different shapes: a circle, rectangle and heart. Each set has a set of 3 stencils. They come with 3 masks. So you can make shapes of approximately 7 different sizes, and you have 3 corresponding masks along with these stencils. You have a very wide range of techniques that you can do with these stencils. I'm going to show you as many as possible in a series of videos. As you can see, this stencil is exactly sized in a size of an A2 card. So you can just not use it for stenciling, but I also have some other uses for it. You can use it as a template to center your sentiments or to center your images in your card, if not as a sentiment. And the circular masks, you can use it for wreath stamping. I have another template on how you can do wreath stamping. You can use the circular mask to do such techniques. Coming to my first card, I've chosen this largest circular stencil from the set, and I've placed it on my card base. My card base measures around 4 inches by 5 inches, a little smaller than the regular A2 size card base. And I'm using this Distress Oxide, and I'm slightly shading it, placing the mask in place, or placing the stencil in place. I'm going with a very light hand. I'm blending it well. Once I've blended it well, using the shade of Antique Linen, I'm going with a little darker shade, Fossiled Amber, and I'm going ahead and just shading the lower part of the circle just to add some ombre effect. This brings in a little more interest to my card. I'm not doing any fancy blending or any techniques here. I'm just doing basic blending with 2 different shades of the same color. Once I'm happy doing this, I will carefully peel off the mask, peel off the stencil, and go ahead with the rest of the card. For today's card, I've chosen to use this giraffe from this Little Birdie stamp set. Now that I've done with my background blending, what I'm doing is taking a ruler and placing it approximately diagonally on my card and drawing faint pencil lines just as guidelines for me to do my repeat stamping. So I'm leaving the circle that I have blended with the Distress Oxide inks, and I'm just drawing faint pencil lines all across the card with the pencil. This will be a guideline to do my repeat stamping. You can do this technique without these stencils also. I've been doing this all these years by making my own DIY mask and stencil. But since these are now available in the market, I thought they will be very handy for making multiple cards at a time and for also reusing them again and again. As you can see, I've finished drawing my faint lines with pencil. Now I'm placing the corresponding circular mask on the shaded area, and I'm stamping the words "Be Happy" in the background of my card, repeating it again and again, and keeping my lines as guidelines. I'm doing repeat stamping all over the background of the card. This is a very simple and easy way to achieve a good background and add some more interest to your card. You can do this with any shade. You can go lighter or darker as you want, but I didn't want the background to take too much focus, so I've used this light shade of Antique Linen I really liked how these background turned out. It was very simple and light, yet it was not dominating my main card. I'm now erasing the pencil lines carefully. Make sure you give enough time for the distress oxides to dry and you don't smudge the stamp sentiments. So after giving enough time for my sentiments to dry, I'm carefully erasing the pencil lines. You can see here is the background of my card. Now for the sentiment, I'm heat embossing a simple sentiment with white heat embossing powder. I've made a DIY embossing buddy or anti-static embossing pouch. I will link to the video below, you can check it out. It's a very easy, handy DIY tutorial that you can make it yourself in case you do not have an anti-static pouch to do your embossing. I've stamped my image with Versamark ink and now I'm going ahead and sprinkling some white heat embossing powder and I'm going ahead and heating it for my sentiment. I wanted my sentiment to be in black so that it stands out without much effort. Now I'm applying some heat onto the embossed sentiment, and once I'm happy with it, I'm going to cut it down into size. As you can see, my DIY embossing buddy has helped me in getting this clean and crisp image with absolutely no excess powder lying here and there on my cardstock. So I think you should definitely give this DIY a try. Do check out the video. I will link it in the description below. Now I'm cutting down my sentiment into size and going ahead and finishing the card. I wanted to add some more interest to my sentiment. So I'm now placing it onto white cardstock and matting it with white cardstock. I thought this will give some more interest to my card. By adding such simple details to your card, it takes your card to another level and brings in so much more interest to your card. This will definitely take a little extra time, but I think the finished card will be all the worth. I'm going ahead and finishing the card by mounting my sentiment and stamped image that I have watercolored using watercolor pencils with some double-sided foam adhesive. I hope you liked this technique of how I played around with my masking stencils and also tried repeat stamping on my background. These are very simple techniques but will take your card making to another level, and you can also use those small little stamps that are lying around in your stash to do this technique of repeat stamping. I hope I was of some inspiration to you. You can see the close-up images of the finished card here. I really liked how it turned out. I hope you will definitely give this a try. Also, do check out the other videos where I play around more with these masking stencils. Thank you so much for stopping by. Also, do consider subscribing to my channel and tap on the bell icon so that you get notified every time I post a new video. Also, do follow me on my social media where I share my craft and card making videos and photos with you. The links are given in the description box below. Thank you.